it's Brittany. So, today's going to be a movie review, and today I'll be reviewing The Invisible Man, 1931. And before we get into today's movie review, notice anything different? Yes, that is a picture of JT Walsh on my wall, and a friend, fellow YouTuber, and movie buff Brittany got it for me, and I just want to say again, thank you for the picture. It's just great, and he's just, you know, so handsome. So yes, I love it. So thank you again for that. So yes, this is something you'll be seeing more often in my videos, which of course I don't mind at all. Anyway, and yes, I know again there is no intro before starting this video, only because again the internet has been acting up, and because of that, it's going to take a while, before, YouTube, just before YouTube is like on the TV, which I usually record the intro uh, from there. So, yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where there's gonna be no intro, but that's okay, at least for now. But yes, so getting into the movie review on The Invisible Man. Now, this is another classic uh, horror, like um, B movie, um, of the classic Universal monster movies, and this monster movie is quite different from any other because um, this is not like a creature type of monster in a way, like creature of from the Black Lagoon, or Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, so it's different from that kind of monster movies. This this in itself is a in its own monster movie because for even people can be monsters too, especially those who are really bad, messed up. And when I mean messed up, I mean really effed up. Um, People who do horrible things that I would not even say on here, even those who commit murder. Those people who are like that are monsters. So in this case, the Invisible Man is a monster himself, although he doesn't want to be that anymore because when he realizes of the things he's doing, he does want to get back to, his other life, where he can be visible again, and to live his life with his girlfriend or his fiance. I can't remember if whether the character was engaged or not. I'm not sure. I don't think that was mentioned, but he just wanted that back because he did want it to be with her. And um so yeah, I really liked how this was directed. And in fact, fun fact though, this one it came out. Okay, so this was released in the early 1930s, but it was released November 13th, and that's my birthday. So this was released November 13th, of course, years and years, way before I was born, in 1991. So that is quite interesting. That is quite unique. Fun fact about that, in case you didn't know, but yeah, now you do. Now you know. And so Claude Rains plays Jack Griffin, the Invisible Man. And I gotta say, for those who did this movie, especially with how they were able to pull it off, and I know when it came to like maybe the clothes, that maybe there were some strings attached to it to make it look like that someone was there, that this invisible man was there when he wasn't, because you can't see him even though he's there physically. But it's just, especially when he pulled that a prank on the police, where you see his like pajama shirt on, and then he's like laughing hysterically, and he's like running around, and you can see the blouse moving, like especially with the arms first moving like this, and that just looks so funny. So I think that was like strings attached to it to to make it look like that. But other than that, how is it that when he was there, and even when he was unwrapping the bandage off his face, how is it they were able to make it look like he was invisible, you know? I don't know what it was they used at that time to have that kind of effect, like this invisible effect for the movie, but they did a good job. Um yeah, so Gloria Stewart, she plays the love interest to Jack, yeah, Jack Griffin. And so of course she's worried about him, and she doesn't know when he's coming back, and she hopes that he does come back home, but she doesn't know what happened, like what he's doing or where he's been. So of course, who would not be concerned in her situation, you know, like, definitely. And for those who may not know, or for those who do, that, yeah, Gloria Stewart, not only she played the love interest in this movie, but she is also the same one who played Old Rose in Titanic. That's her. And so yeah, to see her in this film, which of course she is, you know, really young. I'm guessing she's maybe, I don't know, she's probably like maybe in her 20s around there. I'm not sure. I would have to look that up. But yeah, she was young and beautiful, and I loved her performance in this movie. And Claude Rains, I also loved his performance as well, because actually I would say this is my first, I think this is the first movie, no, or not maybe the first exactly, I would say the second. Yeah, yeah, okay, because yeah, I just remembered something, because actually this is the second film that I've seen with Claude Rains, because the first one was actually The Wolfman, which I didn't know he was in that one, but yeah, the second one was actually The Invisible Man. So I would say he really fit the role perfectly, because he just really became that character, because he was convincing, and he was just like, the way he played that character, not only was it like uh intimidating, but it was also just kind of scary too, because with him being invisible, he was starting to go a little crazy, and especially to the point where he was doing things that he would never do, especially to commit murder. And that's one of the things he did, because something happened where where there was a train station, and he switched one of the gears, and so the train fell off the track and fell over on the other side, and I think people have died and or possibly injured as well. But yeah, he was just losing it, and the thing is, it was revealed that the chemical was used when he became invisible, is that it starts to take over the mind, or where you start to in a way lose yourself, and you end up doing things that you wouldn't normally do. And I mean, I don't think anyone said this in the movie though, but I think somehow the chemical reaction somehow makes you become like this crazy, um, almost like this crazy person, almost like a maniac side effect in a way, where it's like, okay, the person's losing their mind. They're doing these things because it's not them doing it, but it's the chemical of that was used when they became invisible, and now they're losing their minds, and they're not the same person that they were. So yeah, and like I said, this it is a really good movie. I enjoy it, and so yeah, this was, like I said, very interesting. It's so different from any other um, monster movies out there, because this itself is a monster movie in its own way, because when he starts to slip away and he starts to do these things that he would normally never do, and because of the fact that the things he was doing, which, like I said, were just bad, and because he did commit murder, not only with the train, not only with that, switching gears and the train fell and crashed, but even he ended up killing the characters. Well, actually, one of the characters who was pretending to work along with him, but so scared of him, and that was Kempt. So he ended up killing him. So because of that, he became a monster by doing that. And so yeah, and I gotta say, like I said, this is just a really good monster movie, and I do enjoy this. And yes, I've seen the other Invisible uh, Man sequels. Although I would say there's probably some that I like, but one I find where I do like, and it's not, even though it may not be kind of scary in a way, but it's just a little bit more humorous, and that's The Invisible Woman. So yeah, I do like that one. But yes, this one is just a good um, monster movie, and you gotta check it out. And for those who haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And yes, I enjoy the performances. Gloria Stewart was great, and so is Claude Rains with his performance. It's just scary. He pulls off this scary and yet intimidating villain, or should I say monster here, because of the things he does that made him a monster by doing those things. And so he was just great with that. So, and I gotta say another thing too, that actually I don't think I've heard that name as much, Claude, but I do like it. I find that it's a really good name. It's a strong name. So yeah, it's something that's quite unique, and you don't really hear often. But yeah, just wanted to mention that. And yeah, I would say he had the voice for it because he also had this you know, unique and great voice, and of course he really pulled that off by playing the Invisible Man. And to so that's my review on it. That it is a good Universal monster movie. To rate it, I would give it an A. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Uh, 4 stars, and I would give it a 90%. So I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. I don't know why. I don't know if you heard that, but my voice was a little shaky right there. I don't know why. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and comment down below if you have seen The Invisible Man. And so if you like The Invisible Man, like the video. And so for more movie content, reactions, streams, and the paranormal, so did I say that right? Subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. That's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.